welcome to my playthrough of Digimon World DS. Last time we became Silver Tamers, we got the ability to digivolve, and then we got stuck in the Packet Swamp. Oh, and we also made sure to, we also got some new friends last time too. But yeah, this is the improved squad now, with the grinding I did. I now have digivolved my Gargramon into Prairiemon. It's just taking gain some levels as a Prairiemon. I made Garurumon into Weregarurumon. And my Seadramon digivolved to Mega Seadramon. There are also other things like... There, my Durumon is now a Darugamon. XVmon is very close to digivolving, he just needs like one more level. And I digivolved Arcanimon all the way to Goblimon and went back up to Tyrannomon. So that is my current team. And I have also stocked up on items, so hopefully I should be able to beat Packet Swamp without much of a problem. And I made sure to get the multi-range revival discs, so that he won't be a problem, the freaking ShogunGekomon. Next is to see if I remember the pathway or not. That's gonna be the big thing. Do I remember the path to ShogunGekomon? Or have I forgotten the pathway? Who could have predicted it would be more Stingmons for me to face? 3 of them to be precise. I might just scan a Stingmon after we're done with Packet Swamp. And sadly we'll have to say bye-bye to our Wormmon. Unless a quest requires a Wormmon, that I will double check of course. We only have Water Blast and Razor Claw. So, not the best range, but still does decent damage. Alright. Wall of Ice? No Wall of Ice! That would have been perfect here. Darn you, Weregarurumon, for not knowing Wall of Ice. Well, I guess you just have to punch them really hard. How can you scratch with claws, Mega Seadramon? You don't have claws. No, I did get to see a double rainbow earlier today when I went out with my normal day business. I saw a double rainbow, which is very fitting considering the month we're at. Scratch. That's nothing. You just had to be in the middle, so I'm forced to use Razor Claw, didn't you, Blossomon? I mean, I'm surviving hits better with my ultimate, and... Alright, now that's just fair. You have an attack that hits 3 times? That's not fair, Blossomon. Anyway, before I saw the 3 attack thing, I was gonna say, I'm living hits better now, so that should be a good sign that ShogunGekomon shouldn't do as much damage. Hopefully. I am trying to remember. I think... You think it was I went the corner that was wrong and it was actually this path? If I'm not mistaken? Or did I get it the other way around? I think I got it the other way around. I think. Alright, this is actually a perfect positioning for Mega Seadramon. Not for Parimon, but it looks like the game just wants to screw him over today. You are gonna go first, so I take you first. Oh, right. When I was grinding, I just remembered, I did manage to encounter the Cannon Dramon in Sheer Valley. But I did have to grind for some Dragon EXP for Xemon. And I did find it very weird that I could already encounter the Cannon Dramon. Because I know I was told about him, but I thought it was gonna be later till he showed up, not now. Luckily, he doesn't have a lot of HP, Cannon Dramon, so I managed to, you know, win, but it was spooky to encounter him. Oh no. Not the Spiral Flower of Doom. Poor Mega Seadramon. He didn't even stand a chance. Thank you for not being too confused there, Wergurumon. Yo, I want you to get the EXP, Mega Seadramon. Because any level you get will just help. Good, you sort of claimed your vengeance there with that damage. Well, that's just unfortunate that he's spaced out. Scratch. So now we're supposed the other way I was supposed to go. Alright, so this formation again, that's fine. It's just unfortunate he barely leaves him alive. Because it would have been perfect if they all just got one shot by Mega Seadramon. And I have checked, I have to become a Metal Seadramon first before I can become a Giga Seadramon. Unless I actively choose to just de-digivolve Mega Seadramon right now into Seadramon. Because then I'll be able to skip Metal Seadramon. And I've also checked out some of the traits and some of the different evolutionary paths to help me strategize which evolution path I want to go. And having done that, I will go with Magnamon first before becoming a Paildramon. Simply because Magnamon gives a good trait. maybe the reflective ice will be helpful, because if the ShogunGekomon will still have 2 turns over me, which I don't know if he will, but he might. So then I would just be able to use it against him to be able to counter back. If it works the way I hope it does, that if he were to use the 3-hit move, or sorry, 2-hit move, that it would counter both attacks and not just one of them. That would be ideal if it did that. Because it sets up a counter, right? Repellent, yeah. It does, it sets up a counter. I do kind of miss how Dawn and Dusk has it that you can inherit skills, that they all have a signature skill, but every other move is customizable. I do miss that, because then you won't be like screwed over as much by just being a certain evolutionary stage. Because Garurumon not having Wall of Ice makes him slightly worse than regular Garurumon. Right, I am going the correct pathways now, right? No, I went back to the beginning. Son of a everything. I managed last time to find my way, but now I can't. That's so unfortunate. I'm also not sure why they decided that Vegemon should be in a similar boat as Numemon and Sukamon. I've not understood that either. Because Vegemon is just supposed to be a sentient plant. So I'm not sure why they make him similar to Sukamon and Numemon by, well, being able to use filth to attack you with. Never really understood that. Should be... yeah. It's so easy to get lost in this place for some reason. Well, not for some reason. It's intentionally designed that way. Which is a little bit mean that they made the place so confusing. Now, come on. I did not need to get hit by a stun right there, game. The way his stats work must be really odd. Because I could have sworn Garurumon's stats aren't that much better than regular Garurumon. Yet suddenly, the damage from the Stingmons are like significantly less than last time. Unless they have a thing about the stage you're at influences damage output. Because I could see them do that. Be like, oh, if in ultimate you take like a percentage based less damage from Digimons lower than you. I could see him do that, but I also wouldn't be surprised if I'm just fooling myself. Alright. Noted. The solar move does a lot of damage to Gekomons. Hopefully that means it does a lot to ShogunGekomon too. Whee! No, wait. That was one I took last time. That was one I took. Wait a minute. Or not. Never mind. I'm getting myself confused with which pathways I haven't taken. Did I just go backwards? No, I didn't. It always feels like you go backwards when you don't in this area. Good, you did not succumb to the confusion there, Werguruma. That's very good. At least I'm glad the confusion is kind of mild in this game, that all it does is that it can space out and lose a turn. Instead of how other Digimon games have it, where they can either hit themselves or be unable to act for several turns. How many times is the Digimon gonna interrupt the crab raid? Well, we'll never know. Werguruma, can you please be a little faster so you don't get outsped by 2 crabs? Because I would very much appreciate it. Almost to Triceramon, just 5 more levels. Alright, so this one was the correct path. It was that the other one that I chose wrong. Supposed to be this one then. Dang it, this freaking place, man. Also, I have noticed that a lot of the Digimons that I have on my team do fall under category of attacker, so my team would just be a lot of those that hit really hard but can't take hits very well. Which I don't remember if that is like the a good strategy for this game to have a bunch of attackers or not. I don't remember, to be honest. Or if it's better to have a mix. Right, I believe that a flower could punch you. I believe that. Just look at those vines. They definitely look like they could punch you. So, would you count as a punch? That's a whole different question, though. Because I would count it more as a pierce, but I can see why someone would say it as a punch. Alright, this looks like this is the right way. I might actually beat ShogunGekomon now. So many freaking frogs, man. Also, 420% on Crabmon. Cute laugh track. Now, this is actually perfect positioning for my squad. Yep, perfect positioning right there. If I'm not mistaken, Crabma is like in the Gumamon line. It doesn't go into Mega. If I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. And he does go to a Mega level. I can make one Stingmon wet. And that's gonna work out just fine. Because then they can just get punched really hard. Yep. Now, really important, don't miss here. Good. Good. Whee!